multi-talented, multitasking, multi-everything people out there. Take it away.
Find your glory, write your story, fearless feet will carry you. Time you own it, take your moment, be a fire burning through. Hustling from night until morning, grinding it out, it won't be long. Feel your power, it's your hour, you inspire, you are strong.
Enjoy your Zoa. No applause? You're all fired.
Come with me if you want to live a more delicious life.
Oh, maybe we should get in the van.
In this world, we don't get to control much. The past, male pattern baldness.
What geese?
Got one right now. The urge to puff that bubble wrap. But there is one thing we do get to choose every single day. What we eat. Welcome to the Sonic Department of Research and Deliciousment. We have everything you want, didn't know you wanted, and some things you didn't know were possible. Because we believe if you're not having fun, you're not living free. So come on, let's live a little.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Well, hello to you, and you. Welcome into another edition of Brayley's Virtual Tour Live on a Saturday. I know. Normally, I am here with you all for our Ready to Love panel after show review with myself, Gigi Dunn, Dr. Ucha, Talk with Solana, and our main man Q that we'll be having a little bit later on today. However, we are right from this space right here right now because there was some news that broke yesterday about the gentleman that passed away from riding Stardust racers that we need to talk about. But also, I could not just talk about that because I found a couple of articles, but I'm just like, I don't want to make the live all about that, but I want to couple it with something. And as y'all know, the labubus, right? The Yeti-looking creatures. Well, they are popping up in a theme park overseas, and I just kind of thought, could that come to the U.S., right? So we have a lot to discuss, a lot to talk about, and a lot to get into. So with that being said, higher is waiting, lower is available, but either way, we are live on tour. Yes, indeed, here. You see that virtual tour background? Yes, you do. You hear that virtual tour music? Yes, you do. And then there is me. Hey, everybody. Good morning to you. Glad to have all of you here in the building with me. Let's make it do what it do. Like I said, of course, when we heard about the news, it was quite sad, and we spent about an hour, almost a full hour on the topic. But of course, when updates are happening, we report them as they are. So here it is here from News 6, powered by clickorlando.com. New report reveals shocking detail about guests who died after riding Stardust racers at Epic Universe. Theme park's safety guide says ride is not for those with back conditions. This comes to us from Laverne McGee, reporter at Anthony Talcott, digital journalist. Just say that 2 more times here. New report reveals shocking detail about guests who died after riding Stardust racers at Epic Universe. Theme park's safety guide says ride is not for those with back conditions. New report reveals shocking detail about guests who died after riding Stardust racers at Epic Universe. Theme park's safety guide says ride is not for those with back conditions. Let's keep going. From Orlando, Florida, investigators are still trying to determine how a 32-year-old man who died on Wednesday after riding the Stardust Racers roller coaster at Epic Universe. So far, investigators have ruled the manner of death an accident. The victim, identified as Kevin Savala, sustained multiple blunt impact injuries, medical examiner said. Authorities from the Orange County Sheriff's Office are still conducting an investigation at the park. An incident report obtained by News 6 on Friday reveals that Savala had a pre-existing spinal injury, though it's unclear whether that contributed to the accident. Yeah. That's where we are right now. An incident report obtained by News 6 on Friday reveals that Savala had a pre-existing spinal injury, though it's unclear that contributed to the accident. Incident report obtained by News 6 on Friday reveals that Savala had a pre-existing spinal injury, though it's unclear whether that contributed to the accident. Despite that, Universal Orlando's safety guide shows that Stardust Racers is not for guests with back, neck, or similar physical conditions. The roller coaster towers approximately 133 feet and has been closed since the incident as investigators continue to piece together what happened. Park officials have kept the ride shut and indicate no timeline for reopening. Outside the area of investigation, friends and family have been sharing memories and photographs online. A GoFundMe page reportedly set up for Savala describes him as truly one of a kind with a heart full of compassion, love, and understanding. And adds that he always made time to listen, offer thoughtful advice, and lift others up. The campaign had raised about $15,000 towards according to the page. Photos on the fundraiser also show Savala using a wheelchair. Deputies told News 6 that Savala had been found unresponsive after riding the roller coaster. He was later pronounced dead after being taken to the hospital. So, the incident report shows that Universal Orlando Health Services was performing CPR on Savala on the platform next to the ride's tracks when deputies arrived at the scene. Fellow guest Maria Fernandez, who said she was one of the dueling racers at the same time as Savala, spoke with News 6 after the incident, saying she seen him slumped over, bleeding, with his legs seemingly broken. I don't know if he was dead in that moment, but I think yes. Epic Universe, which opened in May, which has now been open for 122 days, has closed the Stardust Racers ride while the investigation continues. The rest of the park appears to be operating as usual. Florida's largest theme parks are exempt from state safety inspections, unlike smaller venues and fairs. Instead, the largest theme parks like Disney, Walt Disney World, and Universal rather conduct their own inspections, have their own protocols, but they must report to the state any injury or death. State records show that only 2 other health incidents connected with the ride since it's opened. A 63-year-old man who experienced dizziness and a 47-year-old woman who had a visual disturbance. Both guests rode the roller coaster on separate days and had pre-existing conditions. The Orange County Sheriff's Office is continuing its investigation into the circumstances surrounding Zavala's death. So there's Laverne McGee, who the face card is gorgeous, dog. I see you, girl. I'm not mad at it. And then Anthony Talcott as well. So, like I said, this is a huge development. And it's still sad either way, but the fact that he had a pre-existing condition, we all have a family member or a friend who is gung-ho about what they want to do. So maybe his girlfriend told him, you know, you got this condition, maybe you should not go on this ride. So let's play the videos that we see here. Excuse me. Shout out to Karen Perron. Shout out to Black Owned.
We got a report that says the man was on medication and had a pre-existing spinal injury. They also said they didn't get any 911 calls, most likely because guests can't use cell phones on rides. They have radio traffic from Orange County Fire Rescue. Take a listen.
Orange County Fire Rescue is on scene, CPR in progress. Supervisor from SO 10428. I'm being advised not looking good. I think I heard you say you're 51 as well.
While state and local investigators work inside the park, outside, those who knew Kevin Zavala are sharing pictures and memories. Quote, Kevin was truly one of a kind. He had an old soul, wise beyond his years, with a heart full of compassion, love, and understanding. That is just part of a GoFundMe page reportedly dedicated to Kevin Zavala, adding, quote, he was the kind of person who always made time to listen, offer thoughtful advice, and lift others up, even when he was facing challenges of his own. As for exactly what happened, the medical examiner determined the manner of death an accident. You can see from the photos on the GoFundMe page, he used a wheelchair. Stardust is a relatively new ride with Epic Universe that opened in May. The Orange County Medical Examiner released a statement saying he died of multiple blunt impact injuries. While the Orange County Sheriff's Office's investigation into the death continues, the park has made the decision to keep the roller coaster closed. Laverne McGee, News 6.
Thank you, Laverne McGee, for that there. Okay, there we go. Displaying the roller coaster there. Okay. So there's that video there, and now let's play this here.
Tired of spending hours on admin work when you could be focusing on more important things? Then try this one thing.
I'm your Orlando community correspondent, Troy Campbell, and we're outside of Epic Universe after the identity of the 32-year-old man was released who died on the roller coaster here on Wednesday night. We knocked on his front door, but someone inside waved us away. We spoke to several neighbors who say they're shocked by the sudden passing. It was your neighbor.
I feel bad for him, for his family. I hope he's resting with God.
People inside the Kissimmee neighborhood reacting to the death of 32-year-old Kevin Rodriguez Zavala. What are your thoughts for the family to have that sudden passing of the 32-year-old?
I hope they're grieving well with this. It's very hard. I know it is. I'm still shocked because I didn't even know. I'm just now hearing out about this. I didn't know.
The Orange County Medical Examiner released a statement on Thursday stating the 32-year-old died of multiple blunt impact injuries. Law enforcement says off-duty officers responded to a man-down call at Epic Universe's Stardust Racers roller coaster Wednesday night. Investigators say Rodriguez Zavala was transported to the hospital where he died.
One girl started to say, help, help, help.
Maria Fernandez is visiting from Colombia and tells News 6 she was riding Stardust Racers when she heard screaming from her coaster car just a few rows back. She saw someone slumped over with blood on their shirt.
After of that, all the people of security say to the people on the lane, get out, get out.
The Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services says it is aware of the incident and currently has an investigator on scene.
That was horrible. On that moment, I think that I have like attack panic.
Universal Studios released a statement saying in part, we are devastated by this event and extend our sincerest sympathies to the guests' loved ones. We are fully committed to cooperating with this ongoing investigation. The attraction remains closed. We've uncovered in June, 2 people filed reports after riding Stardust Racers, including a 63-year-old man with pre-existing conditions who experienced dizziness. and a 47-year-old woman, also with pre-existing conditions, who experienced numbness, and they said blunt force trauma.
I feel like that's sad, that's shocking. It's very an emotional thing. And to hear that it was right, he lived right here in back of my house, because I live right here, that's sad.
And again, at this point, it's unclear how long the roller coaster will remain closed. The state also says their investigation is ongoing. Outside Epic Universe, I'm your Orlando community correspondent, Troy Campbell, News 6.
Thank you, Troy Campbell, for that there. Yes, indeed. Just like be always pleasant. Thank you so much for that. And then, of course, here's this video here. Like I said, either way, still a sad situation all the way around. And like I said, whenever you do have a it is quite sad when you're not able to live, right? You don't want to be tied down by your circumstances. So here we go. I guess right here. And of course, that is the nighttime track for Celestial Park that you're hearing there. And then here is the full interview with Ms. Fernandez here. Okay.
Epic yesterday.
Yes.
And you were on the Stardust racers. What time was this at?
9 o'clock, maybe.
Tell me what happened on that ride.
When I was on the ride, the travel finished, and one girl started to say help, 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 and come gritar. Yeah, I screamed. The girl was screaming, and we don't understand what happened. And after of that, all the people of security say to the people on the lane, get out, get out. And after they open the door,
restraint, yeah.
yes. And when I get out to the attraction, I saw to the guy, like
slouched over.
I don't know if he was died on that moment, but I think yes, with blood, and leg was like broke, and the
broken leg
was like so.
Like on him?
Yes, and he was like that.
So you noticed bleeding, and
yes.
His leg was kind of outside the ride.
Yes, and this one. So.
How close were you?
That was horrible. I on that moment I think that I have like attack panic. Maybe I was
panic attack.
Crying, and that was horrible. Yes, he was like 1 meter, so close.
Was he with anyone?
What?
Was he like next to anyone, like a girlfriend, wife, by himself?
No. He was lonely. No, he was just him. I don't know if someone was with him.
Was there anything unusual about the ride itself, or anything that happened on the ride before it stopped?
No, I was on the first line, on the headline, and I just was hearing screams and nothing. When the attraction stopped, I heard screams of a woman. I think that is the woman that goes with him. And yeah, and after that, I think that the security people just was thinking on that the other people can see that. The person that I don't know if he died, right? He died. They don't care him, just that the people can see.
So did they push you out there?
So they pushed all of them out, right? So they try to get everybody off the platform.
Move on the people outside.
You had to leave the farm.
Yes.
And you got no sleep last night?
No, was a horrible night.
How are you doing?
No, I don't know. I might travel finish tomorrow. No more.
Travel plans and anything in between where she travel after this.
Do you have any idea what happened to him? Might have happened?
I don't know. I yesterday said I don't. You understand what happened? Because was like horrible what I see. I can't understand how that happens.
Again, he was bleeding on his chest or his face?
I can see the in face, but in the shirt.
So blood was on his shirt.
Yes, that was happened.
So that was the interview there. I will just say this to Mike. I think that's how you say it, Mike. But I'll say, make sure that your audio is on point, because I had to really, really listen, okay, to your interview, and that's no slight to you, but make sure your audio is on point, because that was very critical information that needed to be heard, and I don't know what happened. But yeah, that was not of quality, but I did what I could by, really listening to it. But yeah, just have better audio, for sure on that. So with that being said, shout out to Miss Fernandez. Love, prayers, and light going up to her to be visiting from out of the country, and to see that, it can shake you mentally and emotionally. Also can, shake you socially. Like, you're coming over for a vacation, that could have been you, right? But nobody expects anything like that to ever happen. So here is this news here from WFTV, Channel 9.
And we are following the breaking news in that roller coaster death at Universal's Epic Universe. It's been a breaking. And we are following the breaking news in that roller coaster death at Universal's Epic Universe. It's been a breaking afternoon of new information. In the last hour, deputies releasing the incident report and dispatch audio from the moments leading up to this 32-year-old's death. Kevin Zavala, again, wheelchair bound, completely able to take that roller coaster ride according to the rules of the person that made this. It was allowed and it was wheelchair accessible, but again, we don't know exactly what happened to him and why. Good evening, I'm Greg Wormuth.
And I'm Kirsten Delgado. We first told you about this on Eyewitness News at 4 an hour ago. We've continued now to listen to the dispatch calls from that night. We have live team coverage for you on this breaking news story. Channel 9's Sabrina Majori is live for us outside of Epic Universe, but we start with Channel 9's Nick Papantonis live for us in studio. Nick, we heard some of that audio in the last hour. What else are we now learning?
The report confirmed Kevin Zavala had that prior spinal injury. There are pictures of him in the wheelchair on the GoFundMe for his family. We've shown them to you at this point. The audio from dispatchers that we reviewed is grim. A first responder saying, quote, "It is not looking good." Deputies told us there were no 911 calls because guests have to put their phones in lockers to get on the ride. First responders called in for Zavala around 9:20 Wednesday night after he rode the Stardust Racers ride at Epic Universe. The report said his girlfriend of 10 years was with him. Here's the message first responders relayed to dispatchers.
We were told to respond to a patient with a laceration and was unresponsive. We got there, he is not breathing, and CPR is in progress.
The cause of Zavala's death is still very much unknown. We don't know if his spinal injury contributed to it. Witnesses also spoke to us about seeing metal near his seat. It could take a while for confirmation to come out. Florida's laws changed 2 years ago. We used to be able to get preliminary investigation reports into accidents that were released within weeks. The law SB 904 prevents records from being released until the investigations are complete, which can take 6 months. In the studio, I'm Nick Papantonis.
And we continue our team coverage on this breaking news story with Channel 9's Sabrina Majori. She's live for us outside of Epic Universe. And Sabrina, today you heard from some of the loved ones of Kevin Zavala.
Kirsten, you can only imagine how difficult this has been for his family and loved ones. I was texting with one of his cousins, messaging her earlier today. She told me Kevin was a one-of-a-kind, caring person, a loving brother, uncle, and son. Wise beyond his years, with a heart full of compassion, love, and understanding, is how family and friends describe 32-year-old Kissimmee resident Kevin Zavala. Family members choosing to remember Zavala through photos like this, capturing his big smile and presence his family says lit up every room. The family GoFundMe says his absence leaves a space no one can fill after he was killed in an accident following a ride on Stardust Racers.
Cast members just started screaming, "Get out, get off the coaster."
Tommy Italiano says he was on the coaster Wednesday during the accident. He says he saw what appeared to be detached metal near Zavala's seat.
It looked like a paneling from the back of the seat detached off.
The medical examiner said Zavala's death was caused by multiple blunt impact injuries. Specifics absent from the incident report released Friday. Theme park expert Danny Cox has ridden the coaster multiple times. It reaches speeds over 62 miles per hour and sends passengers up 133 feet into the air.
When you hit that height, even though you're strapped in, you're going to feel yourself almost weightlessness.
This safety guide warning people with heart conditions, expectant mothers, and those with back pain to not ride the coaster. The ride closed Thursday and again Friday. Barricades up and employees seen blocking the entrance. Now, again, no one is getting on or off of Stardust Racers behind us in the distance today. Universal's ride safety guide says Stardust Racers was wheelchair accessible. It is wheelchair accessible, I should say, with a device to help those in wheelchairs get on the ride. Of course, a lot of information we are still going through here, but for now, reporting live in Orange County, I'm Sabrina Majore, Channel 9 Eyewitness News.
All right, Sabrina, thank you. And I know you'll stay on top of all the new developments here. A GoFundMe page has been set up for the grieving family of Kevin Zavala. Just what a heartbreaking week this has been. Just so difficult. And the community is coming together to, again, wrap our arms around them with this money raised to help pay for the funeral arrangement. $17,000 right now. The family's modest goal is to raise $28,000 to help with their arrangements.
The last major death at an attraction here in Central Florida was back in 2022. 14-year-old Tyree Sampson fell from the drop tower at Icon Park. Now, investigators later determined that Sampson's harness was improperly adjusted for larger passengers, and that allowed him to fall out of that 400-foot drop ride. A jury later found manufacturer neglect and awarded Sampson's family more than $300 million. That ride never reopened. It was taken down 2 years ago. Of course, we're staying on top of every development in this investigation. We'll continue our team coverage coming up on Eyewitness News at 6. Of course, you can always download the WFTV app for updates right to your phone.
Thank you for that, y'all. And then, of course, here from West 2 News. And then we are going to take a little commercial break. And then we're going to pick up the show with a little bit of positivity here because the labubus, the Yeti-like creatures, they are alive and well overseas at the first PopMart theme park. And could they be coming to the U.S.? And ToysRUs is making a comeback, has been trying to make a comeback, rather. They do have new stores coming out, but could ToysRUs also be a part of the theme park conversation? We do have a lot more Virtual Tour Live coming your way here in just a little bit. Let's go with this video right here.
And right now at 4, we are learning more about the life of Kevin Rodriguez Zavala. We broke the news this morning on Sunrise with his picture. And now we have new breaking details. West 2 has just received the incident report from this case. Now, of course, he is the man who died after being found unconscious on a roller coaster at Epic Universe. The medical examiner says his cause of death was multiple blunt force injuries, but there's still many questions to answer this afternoon. And Nancy, we just got that report.
We did. I mean, just minutes before we came on the air, I have a printout of it right here. And West 2's Justin Schecker is live in the chopper. And Justin, you have been going through this report that's giving us at least a few more new details in this case.
That's right, Nancy and Stu. Good afternoon to you both. I've been reading this incident report from here in Chopper 2, high above Epic Universe. Let's give you a live look right now at Stardust Racers. This attraction remains closed less than 48 hours into this death investigation. And here is this new information at this hour. The responding deputy arrived around 9:20 on Wednesday. When he arrived, he observed Orange County Fire Rescue and Universal Orlando Health Services performing CPR on the man later identified as Kevin Rodriguez Zavala. We also learned from this report that his girlfriend was there with Mr. Rodriguez Zavala on the ride at the time of his tragic death. The report also states that Zavala had a pre-existing spinal injury and he was taking some type of medication that has been blacked out as one of the redactions in this report. The report also states the girlfriend was visibly shaken and stated she was having panic attacks and she was unable to write a statement herself about what happened. Again, these are all new details coming into the West 2 newsroom moments before we went on the air. At the same time, we're also learning more about the man who lost his life, what the medical examiner is calling an accident.
32-year-old Kevin Rodriguez Zavala's family says he was a beloved son, brother, uncle, and friend. His family writes, he was the kind of person who always made time to listen, offer thoughtful advice, and lift others up, even when he was facing challenges of his own. These family photos show Kevin at Epic Universe's Super Nintendo World and Star Wars Galaxy's Edge at Disney's Hollywood Studios. You can see in the family photos he used a wheelchair. His family writes, despite the restrictions and obstacles he encountered throughout his life, Kevin met them all with grace, strength, and an unwavering spirit. He overcame so much, and he did so with quiet resilience and humility. The Orange Osceola medical examiner says his death after riding the Stardust Racers Wednesday night has been ruled an accident, caused by multiple blunt impact injuries. The Orange County Sheriff's Office says off-duty deputies found him unresponsive after the roller coaster stopped. Dr. Rajiv Ball is an emergency medicine physician in Central Florida.
One of the biggest questions that we don't know at this time is what happened first, the unresponsive nature, or if the blunt trauma caused him to be unresponsive. And that's going to be a little bit harder for the medical examiners to really determine.
By Friday afternoon, Kevin's family had already raised well over $10,000 for their unexpected funeral and memorial expenses. The family writes, his presence lit up every room, and his absence leaves a space no one can fill.
And back here live, we are flying high above Epic Universe. And moments before we came on the air, the Orange County Sheriff's Office released the incident report from this death investigation. We know from this report that Kevin Rodriguez Zavala was taken to Orlando Regional Medical Center, where sadly he was pronounced dead a little after 10 o'clock on Wednesday. Again, we've learned from this report that his girlfriend of approximately 10 years was with him when this tragic incident happened on the Stardust Racers roller coaster. You can see at this hour the roller coaster remains closed less than 48 hours into this investigation. But again, as we've seen from that fundraiser, there's been such an outpouring of support to support this family that is going through this tragedy after this death here at Epic Universe. Covering Orange County Live in Chopper 2, I'm Justin Shecker, West 2 News.
Thank you, West 2 News, for that there. We're going to take a little commercial break, and when we come back, PopMart and ToysRUs, could they be a part of the theme park industry? We have a whole lot more of Brayley's Virtual Tour Live coming up. And like I said yesterday, this is a horrific, terrible, and just a tragic event that should be given reverence, respect, and understanding to, right? Even though he had a spinal, hang on, let me go back here because I want to make sure we get this correct. Even though he has a pre-existing spinal injury, right? We do not know if that contributed to the death or not of Kevin Zavala. But even with that pre-existing spinal injury, he should not have passed away. I think we can all at least admit that. Everybody has a disability in some shape, form, or fashion. And, when you go to a theme park or you go to, really anywhere that is an experience, you want to be seen and embraced and heard like every other person. And I think on that principle alone, we can at least agree that Kevin Zavala should be respected loved and embraced, for sure. Shout out to his girlfriend of 10 years. And, you know, I don't know if she has any kids, but prayers for them. And, of course, his family and his friends. And to Orlando. Orlando is the home of theme parks and experiences you won't be able to have anywhere else. And they're the place for everybody else. And it's a very sad situation all the way around. But also, too, if you are going to Epic Universe, give love, grace, and space to the team members and to anyone and everyone who is walking around that park and riding the rides of that park, eating the food. Give some love, grace, and space this weekend, because this one's a hard one, you know. And the park just opened 122 days ago. I don't think anybody would have expected this to happen at all. So we're going to take a little commercial break. We'll be back with more Brandon's Virtual Tour Live right after this. Well,
beyond this gate, find gardens green and epic worlds to fill your dreams.
Introducing the greatest escape in the Caribbean, the island you've been waiting for. Welcome to the Great Life on Great Stirrup Cay. This is the greatest pool you've ever seen life, 28,000 square feet of it, and the epic water park life. It's where you can truly experience the whoa life. and the floating through paradise life. It's time to escape to a mind-blowing, sky-high tower of water slides and the Here We Go life. Escape to the one more please wherever you please life and kick it into high gear. Escape to where you can kick back and relax. The great life is waiting. Escape to the incredible new Great Stirrup K, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
When we start a project, we always start with story. That story is key. So we began with the story of the Waturi people. The myth of the Waturi people is that long ago, they set out on their outrigger canoes looking for a new home. There was a legend that said they could only find this new home with the help of this mini golden-finned fish called kanuku. And they searched across Pacifica and Polynesia, and they visited all these islands. They went to Bali and Tahiti and went as far as Rapa Nui, Easter Island. Along the way, they made friends, collected sort of the culture, and they sailed on and on and on, and they almost to the edge of the world. There, to their amazement, was Kanuku. And she turned to the people and said, "You are ready." Turned and swam away. They followed, and within a day, they caught sight of this smoking mountain on the horizon, which was Volcano Bay. And it was pristine, beautiful, lush, everything that they would want in a home. And that's the backstory that informs everything we do in our design. The idea here is to create the best experience. We know what our guests want. They want the thrill and excitement of our theme parks, but they also want a place where they can relax and chill out and feel pampered. Nobody wants to stand in line. And so we said, let's get rid of them. Nobody wants to carry rafts up a ride tower all the way to the top. So we said, let's do that for you. Exhilaration, excitement, and relaxation. That's what you're gonna get at Volcano Bay.
I'm loving it. Love y'all right back. Welcome back into Brayley's Virtual Tour Live. Glad to have all of you here in the building with me. We just got done talking about Kevin Zavala and the fact that he had a pre-existing spinal injury before riding Stardust Racers, the roller coaster that is inside Celestial Park at Universal's Epic Universal Resort. So just caught you up with that update there. And now we're about to get into PopMart. Saw this here. This is a labubus, okay, or labubus. Either way, this looks like a Yeti creature to me. Now, this comes to us from ABC News. Lightside labubus greet guests inside world's first PopMart theme park. ABC News. Greg Clement traveled to Popland in Beijing, China, the world's first and only theme park dedicated to labubus, Mali, Skull, Panda, Dimu, and all things PopMart. So let's watch this.
For this holiday season, labubus. And now they just might be the hottest toy this holiday season, labubus. And now with its parent manufacturer, PopMart, worth more than Hasbro, Mattel, and Sanrio combined, Greg Clement travels to the land of labubus in Beijing, where an entire theme park has been devoted to the furry, fierce-looking creatures.
Labubu. If you can't get enough of Labubus and all things PopMart, this is the place for you. Labubu games, Labubu ice.
Now, they just might be the hottest toy this holiday season, labubus. And now, with its parent manufacturer, PopMart, worth more than Hasbro, Mattel, and Sanrio combined, our Brick Planet travels to the land of labubus in Beijing, where an entire theme park has been devoted to the furry, fierce-looking creatures.
Labubu. If you can't get enough of Labubus and all things PopMart, this is the place for you. Labubu games, Labubu ice cream, popcorn. There's a Labubu fire hydrant. I mean, it's Labubu mad here. Welcome to Popland, an immersive theme park here in Beijing with live performances, themed treats, Labubu tiramisu cake. I hope that's not Labubu. And lots and lots of merchandise. This is my Labubu Pangyo. This is my Labubu friend. Labubu Pangyo. For the uninitiated, Chinese toy company PopMart is behind the global demand for this toothy and frighteningly cute creature known as a Labubu, designed by Hong Kong-born artist Ka Sing Leung, who was inspired by Nordic folklore. If you get your hands on a box, you won't know which Labubu you have until you open it, a concept known as blind unboxing.
Oh, yes, thank God. Finally, the last one. Ta-da. Welcome home.
Cute, ugly, terrifying. It's up to you. But you can't deny how popular these things are. In the park, spanning a tidy 10 acres, you'll find Labubus and all her friends, Molly, Demu, and Skull Panda, come to life. This is a Labubu passport. I travel a lot for work, but never have I entered the land of the Labubu people. Entrance into this land of smiling faces costs about $20. Opening in 2023, the park is already
Did y'all hear that? $20. $20 to enter that park. $20. Let's look up a one-day ticket to Walt Disney World. Real quick. What? I know what y'all are going to say. Well, bringing Walt Disney World is more expensive as it is. I know. It's the principle of the thing. Okay. Now, let's just... That's just crazy. Just $20. $20. A $20 bill. Okay. Now, here is a one-day ticket for $119. Okay. Now, Epic Universe tickets. I'm just pulling. I'm just comparing. That's what they said. $20, right? So we can look at tickets. Look at tickets. Tickets. All right. So we want Epic Universe. We just want one day. Just one day tickets. All right, so here's the one day ticket here for Epic Universe, $154. But for Popland, costs about $20. Let's keep going.
Constructing an upgrade.
I got 3.
We find Drew from Iowa and Belle from the Philippines, who said the park's popularity made it difficult to even secure a ticket. Do you think it would be popular in the States to have this kind of theme park dedicated to Labubu and his friends?
I don't think currently. Maybe in a couple years when the popularity becomes maybe a little bit more international.
Can it become any more international?
I brought some Labubu themed things back to my hometown in Iowa and nobody knew what it was.
You think it's weird?
Yeah, I do.
But you love it. I love it. What I've learned here so far is that Labubu fans come in all shapes and sizes. There are kids, but there are also full-grown adults loving the Labubu land. Photo box time.
I quickly dive into a photo booth.
Big memento for my solo day at Labubu Land.
Of course, there's plenty of themed snacks here. My eyes honed in on a Labubu tiramisu.
Very creamy, cold. I think it's got a bit of ice cream in it too.
There's the Labubu Adventure Forest for kids to work off all that sugar. Then, the moment we've all been waiting for, a Labubu meet and greet.
So we've just had security come out and say, please, when the Labubus come out, control yourself.
Before I knew it, I was captured by the monsters.
Wait a minute, hang on, let me go back a second. Hang on now. ABC, you hiring Pixar moms? Hang on a second. See, this is how extra I am. Oh, my Lord Jesus. Okay, come on, ABC dudes. Work with me now. Against me, please.
Meet and greet.
So we've just had security come out and say, please, when the Labubus come out, control yourself.
Before I knew it, I was captured by the monsters.
Now, I see all that there, okay? Listen, I see you jiggling back and forth.
What just happened?
Now it's
Captured by the monsters.
You see that Viking helmet, right? And How to Train Your Dragon, right? From DreamWorks. I'm just saying they got a Viking area, okay? Not saying that Labubu are coming to, Epic Universe, okay? Not saying that at all. Just taking an inch, making it a mile. Let's keep going. And welcome in one person. Glad to have you here.
What just happened?
At this point, I have to kind of admit, I was feeling a little charmed by the Labubus.
Whoever says this is just, mass consumerism at its worst has never danced with a Labubu.
Turning a corner, there's this magnificent castle, Molly's Castle.
Oh my God.
And inside...
This might be a theme park, but this here, the shop, this is the real shop.
But if you come to Popland expecting to buy a coveted Labubu, don't get your hopes up. They're not even for sale here.
For display only.
Oh my
So
God.
we tried a different blind unboxing.
It's almost like gambling in a way. You just want to go back and spend more and get more. This is the Pucky Pleasant Swing. I'm not disappointed, but
Leaving a little dejected outside the park, we spot a man claiming to sell Labubus.
Labubu? Oh, whoa.
Could my rare grey Labubu actually be a counterfeit, aka a Lafufu? Possibly. I do know I'm thoroughly Lapoot, but it seems PopMart's dominance is just getting started, and its influence cannot be denied.
Look, I know what it looks like. I haven't been sucked in. They haven't got me. These are Christmas presents for kids, honey, for the kids.
All right, thanks to Britt.
So
Now,
I
they
wanted
just-
to bring that report to you all because, as you all know, most of the time, things that are overseas that have a traction usually come over to the U.S. in due time. So let's get into it from travel and leisure. You can visit the whimsical home of Labubus at this theme park in Asia. At Popland, guests can meet beloved characters, including Labubus, explore themed attractions, shop exclusive merch, and dig into playful desserts. Sure, you can get a little stuffed Labubu hanging off your purse if they're perfectly on trend, but why stop there when you can book a ticket to China and jet off to the home of the furry creatures at Popland instead? I am sure Megan the Stallion and Klay Thompson are making their plans right now. In case you live under a rock, nothing but love to y'all. Nothing but love, nothing but love. By the way, I need y'all to get married, have a reality show. But then again, you really don't need reality TV because that love that is between y'all, Megan's the, extrovert, Clay's the introvert, it works. And that, you should not compromise that. So live in privacy, showcase what you can when you want to, but keep being together because I like y'all together. But anyway, they're making their plans to go over to China right now. It's all alleged, y'all. I don't know if they're actually making plans, but I do believe they will be taking a trip there for sure. In case you live under a rock or you heard your teenager or adult friend scream the word labubu over and over without an ounce of context, let us educate you on this trend. Labubus are the work of Hong Kong-based artist Kassim Long. As National Public Radio reported, Long moved to the Netherlands as a child where he became enamored with Norog fairy tales about elves. This also inspired the look of the furry gremlin meets troll characters. See, I thought it was a Yeti because, Yetis, they're furry and they got, gnarly teeth. But gremlin meets troll characters who are known to be good-natured, although they can sometimes cause chaos. In his book series, The Monsters, which debuted in 2015 and became an instant hit, and as Long has known, there are more than 100 different labubus. So his book series, The Monsters, is just a book series. I wonder if Megan Thee Stallion could get the rights to bring that to the U.S. for a TV series. I'm just saying she was in Big Mouth on Netflix. While the books and toys will surely get you started, there's only one surefire way to prove your fandom visiting Popland, and this is the castle. Okay, that is Molly's castle. There. Let's keep going. Popland Popland located in Beijing's Chaoyang Park is the first theme park dedicated to the copyright designer toys. Beijing's official tourism website explained that means it's home not just to the Labubus, but also to Molly, Demo, and other characters. More than a place to snag adorable collectibles, it allows fans to step right into their favorite characters' worlds at Molly's castle and interact closer with the beloved figurines, according to the website. However, before you book that flight, it is critical to know that this theme park is far from the likes of Disney or Universal. There are no major thrill rides that will get your adrenaline pumping. This is a far more laid-back experience where you can simply immerse yourself in the world of Labubus and their friends. And I'll just say this, when it comes to that model, I think it probably works for them because you see how many people are there just for the intellectual property, right? And I'm sure that they could, do Labubu's houses like, Mickey's Toontown Fair did at Disney World in the Magic Kingdom, and how Mickey's Toontown has Mickey's houses and stuff. And I'm sure that there could be, family-friendly launch coasters, right, and stuff like that. But I think for Labubus right now, just meeting them one-on-one and being in their world, I think works. And also, too, maybe this model might actually work for the theme parks, because I do believe, Kids Land, right? Let me see. Universal Kids Resort, which is right here. Is going to have 6 new lands. And right here, the theme lands will consist of swing rides, a river rapids ride, aerial carousel, a spinning teacup ride, and 2 roller coasters. So they're going to have rides, but it's going to be more about the different intellectual properties and the lands for you to experience them. So I do think that model works for them. Now, of course, if they come to the U.S., there will be rides. There will be attractions, of course. Guests can enter through Pop Street, take part in interactive activities, and shop at the land stores, which do have a ton of exclusive merch for superfans. But before you go too far, just make sure to pick up your passport booklet so you can collect stamps of all the places you've seen in Popland along the way. Guests can make their way through the Labubu Adventure Forest, where they can spot characters from meet and greets and watch live performances. Once guests get hungry, Clue explained that they can make their way to the second and third floors in Molly's Castle, for themed desserts ride like the Crybaby chocolate cake and Labubu strawberry crepe. If the spot is too busy, try the Yum Explorer at the Yacht Restaurant for more bites. I need Michael Strahan to go over to China because there was a clip of Michael Strahan not knowing what Labubu is, and Robin Roberts, did a dig about his teeth. And it was like, damn, Robin, I didn't know you had that in you. But Michael Strahan needs to go to China on assignment just as punishment. And Michael, I'm not sending you to anywhere bad. I mean, ABC is going to pay for it, so you ain't got to pay to go to China. And, you know, you get to be there live. So, you know what? That could be really cool. Robin, George, and Michael in the world of labubus on Good Morning America. Listen, I'm trying to help y'all out here, okay? Listen. Anyway, there are a few spots to play in the same way as a typical theme park, including an adventure playground filled with climbing walls, nets, mazes, and trampolines. Guests can also feel what it's really like to live in the universe through the augmented reality immersions. And naturally, there are plenty of places to stop and snap photos and videos for social media, which help make the labubus the stars they are today. Tickets to Popland start around $12 to $17 for adults, depending on the day. $12 to $17 for tickets. I know all the theme park fans are like, I know you can lie. You mean tell me I'm paying $100 damn, but I can pay $12 to get into a park? Oh my God. Okay. So here is trip.com right here. Here's trip.com. So here is Pop Park right here. Right. So here's Pop Park right here. Right here. Partial area closed for renovation. Now we don't know what type of renovation is going on, but let's look here. So for adults, right? $14.09. Okay. A child, $15.89. For a family, right? 2 adults, 1 child, $47.66. For 2 people, right? $31.78. And family, 1 adult, 1 child, $38.78. Now, those are just the tickets, right? But then you have Pop City Park admission ticket and 3 carnival experiences. So individual, $26.72. Tickets and dining. Night show ticket plus 1 special drink, $21.31. Ticket plus Molly Banquet Hall combo for 2 people, $106.15. Ticket spring afternoon tea for 2 people, $89.91. And then you got the multi-attraction combo ticket. So PopMart City Park tickets, Laminga, River Cruises, Pearl Blue Harbor Pier, Small Loop Day Cruise, multiple options available for $26.68. And then, of course, you have here Popland ticket. This is just crazy. The fact you can get tickets this cheap is just bonkers to me. There we go. Popland ticket, Lamina, River International Waterfront Blue Harbor Pier, Small Loop, Night Cruise Adult, $37.90. Individual, PopMart City Park Quirky Cute Party Night ticket for $12.28. I am sure all the theme park fans are like, you know what? I'm going to go over to China. But that's not all, everybody. From Ola, Labubu Land, Israel, a new theme park devoted to the most beloved character is here. PopMart's first theme park brings Labubu, Molly, and Dimu to life for fans everywhere. For years, fans have collected PopMart toys in boxes and on shelves. Now they can finally step inside that universe. Labubu Land has opened at Beijing's Shaoyang Park, the world's first theme park dedicated to designer toys and turns fan favorites like Labubu, Molly, and Dimu into full-scale experiences. And look at that Labubu popping out of that box. It's like, hi, you all can be friends or food. Fish are friends, not food. Shout out to Moving on. The rise of Labubu. Labubu, a mischievous furry figure often described as gremlin meets troll, was created by Hong Kong-born artist Kasim Lung. After moving to the Netherlands as a child, Lung drew inspiration from Nordic fairy tales to make his book series, The Monsters. And then there is, of course, a photo op there. By the way, this woman is dressed Okay, listen, she is dressed. Listen, and look at this Labubu with the crown on its head right here. Look at that. Just look at that. I see a Megan Thee Stallion collection coming. Since its 2015 debut, the series has introduced more than 100 variations of Labubu, spawning toys and collectibles that have captured a global following. Inside PopMart, according to Beijing's official tourism website, PopMart is more than a place to snag adorable collectibles. It allows fans to step right into their favorite characters' worlds at Molly's castle and interact closely with the beloved figurines. Beyond Labubu, guests can meet characters like Molly and Dimu across immersive story zones. Visitors first arrive at Pop Street, then move into themed areas such as the Labubu Adventure Forest, where live shows and character meet and greets bring the stories to life. Interactive features from augmented reality experiences to collectible passport stamps make fans feel part of the adventure. Shops throughout the park sell exclusive merchandise, giving collectors plenty of treasures to bring home. Dining and treats. Food is another delight at Molly's Castle. Themed desserts like Crybaby chocolate cake and Labubu strawberry crepe are favorites, while the Yum Explorer at the Dimu Yacht Restaurant offers heartier meals. Attractions and photo moments. Unlike Disney or Universal parks that emphasize roller coasters, PopLand focuses on creativity and play. Attractions include an adventure playground with climbing walls, nets, mazes, and trampolines. A performer wears a costume of the Labubu character while dancing for visitors at the PopLand theme park in China there. And as I zoom in, there's the face. There's the face. Just all in its glory right there. Yes, indeed. There. Zoom out here. Photo spots scattered across the grounds make the park itself part of the experience, showcasing the colorful environments that help turn Labubu into a global phenomenon. How to buy tickets to the theme park. Tickets cost between $12 and $17 USD, United States dollar, for adults depending on the day. It can be purchased online from trip.com or klook.com. So I wanted to bring this up because, as you guys know, or may not know, Toys R Us live action movie in the works with Story Kitchen here. So this comes to us from Variety.com right here. Story Kitchen and Toys R Us Studios, the entertainment production arm of the global toy brand, have teamed up to develop a live-action film. Toys R Us is a cultural touchstone that continues to impact the child and all of us today, said Story Kitchen co-founders Dimitri M. Johnson and Mike Goldberg, announcing the project as AIDS kids who consider Toys R Us one of the most magical places on earth. We're honored to create a film that will capture the spirit of adventure, creativity, and nostalgia that Toys R Us represents. The film, which is in early development, aims to capture that childhood wonder in a modern, fast-paced adventure that taps into Toys R Us brand's relevance across more than 70 years in the toy industry. As Toys R Us' first film, this project is an exciting opportunity to bring the magic of our brand to the big screen, said Kim Miller-Onko, president of Toys R Us Studios. It will be a journey as balanced as play itself, evoking the electric sense of wonder that is the essence of Toys R Us. This story will capture the imagination, adventure, and joy that has made Toys R Us a destination for kids of all ages. The project has been described as being in the vein of Night at the Museum, Back to the Future, or Big, or I would say Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium, or bedtime stories from Walt Disney Pictures, plus other successful toy-inspired narratives like Jumanji and Barbie. Shout out to Life Size as well with Tyra Banks. The producers are engaging in preliminary conversations with filmmakers with casting and additional details to be announced in the coming months. Johnson, Goldberg, Timothy I. Stevenson, and Elena Sandoval will produce for Story Kitchen alongside Oko, who produces for Toys R Us Studios. Notably, Story Kitchen, which specializes in the adaptation of video games and other non-traditional IP intellectual property for film and TV, has experience in this realm, beginning with Johnson producing Sega's Sonic the Hedgehog film adaptation for Paramount, or known as Sega. Story Kitchen's current slate includes adaptations of the Tomb Raider franchise, including the animated Netflix TV series and live-action TV and film projects at Amazon MGM Studios. The company is also currently developing Just Cause for Universal, with Angel Manuel Soto directing and A7 North co-producing Ruiner for Universal, with Wes Ball directing Sega Streets of Rage for Lionsgate. with Escape Arts co-producing Toe Jam and Earl for Amazon MGM Studios, with Steph Curry co-producing It Takes Two for Amazon MGM Studios, and SIFU for Netflix Story Kitchen as a first look TV deal at Amazon, as well as a first look deal at DreamWorks Animation for anime and film. The company is represented by William Morris Endeavor, Prior, Cashman, and Triple Point PR. So you're probably wondering, Ray, why are you bringing Toys R Us up? Toys R Us has been around for over 70 years, right? And Toys R Us Studios is trying to bring Toys R Us through the power of media. Now, for those of you who may not know this as well, Toys R Us is producing a family game show competition called Toys R Us Family Face Off that's being produced by Fox Entertainment. We covered that here on Brayley's Virtual Tour Live. So, check this out. From the streets, Toys R Us bring back big box toy stores in major markets. The chain's latest comeback effort may be its boldest yet. After facing billions in debt, filing for bankruptcy, and enacting mass store closures, most retail chains are tempted to survive. But this former giant has slowly but surely reclaimed its foot in the industry, making a major global comeback. Toys R Us has partnered with Go Retail Group to open 10 new flagship stores and 20 seasonal shops across the U.S. by the end of 2025. So upcoming store opening: Chicago Premium Outlets today in Aurora, Illinois. You have the first new Toys R Us. Camarillo Premium Outlets, Camarillo, California in October. 100 Mills Hangover, Maryland in October. Bay Street, Emeryville, California coming soon. Long Beach, California coming soon. Jordan Creek, West Des Moines, Iowa coming soon. West Rose Mall in Omaha, Nebraska. Jordan Creek, West Des Moines, Iowa coming soon. And Denver Premium Outlets in Thornton, Colorado coming soon. The retail chain has also expanded its footprint on military bases. 6 new stores are set to open through its partnership with Nexcom, building on 2 existing locations already serving families in the U.S. Navy and other military bases. And as you all know, the signature Toys R Us store is at American Dream Mall in East Rutherford, New Jersey. Now, the Toys R Us movie would have been great if they would have kept the Toys R Us in Times Square. That Gap location, it's just filler. We all know that Toys R Us should be there, okay? Just keeping it a buck. Toys R Us reveals global expansion plans. This expansion isn't just limited to the U.S., United States rather. Globally, Toys R Us has plans to enter new markets such as Chile, Peru, Venezuela, Ecuador, Morocco, and Lebanon. It's also reestablished its presence in Turkey after closing its only store there in 2008. The retailer is strengthening its existing markets, including United Kingdom, Mexico, South Africa, Asia, and South Korea, by introducing new concept formats in partnership with Loti. The Toys R Us brand is growing fast, and our expansion into air, land, and sea. Hold on now. Are we talking about Toys R Us cruise ship? Okay. Or Toys R Us, cruise partnership? Like, for example, how Norwegian partnered up with Nickelodeon. Okay. And how Royal Caribbean partnered up with Universal. Are we talking about that? Okay, now is a testament to the brand strength. WHP Global CEO Yuda Shiderman said in a press release. Toys R Us reestablishes its presence in the United States. Toys R Us has multiple flagship and dedicated locations nationwide, can be found in every store. Dedicated U.S. stores, Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota, Harlem, Irving Plaza in Norridge, Illinois, Tanger outlets in San Marcos, Texas, Great Lakes Crossing outlets in Auburn Hills, Michigan, American Dream in East Rutherford, New Jersey, San Marcos, Texas. Shout out to Lady J from Full Council Metro Church. She would go to San Marcos, Texas on a women's retreat every year. So shout out to the Johnsons. Love you all very much there. Toys R Us Tumultuous Past. Founded in 1948, Toys R Us is an American toy, clothing, and baby product retailer with over 1,500 stores and e-commerce business across more than 35 countries. Known for its massive blue warehouse style stores with huge toy-filled aisles that felt like walking to a kid's paradise, it became a nostalgic landmark for generations of families. While Toys R Us now generates more than $2 billion in global retail sales annually, the retailer has had turbulent past filled with economic downfalls and store closures. Toys R Us filed for a Chapter 11 bankruptcy in 2017 to restructure its United States and Canada business, and it was in $5 billion, as it was $5 billion in debt at the time. Found the retailer operate around 1,600 Toys R Us and Baby R Us stores, and also there was Kids R Us as well, worldwide under ownership of an investment group that included Bain Capital Partners LLC, Limited Liability Company, Kohlberg, Kravis, Roberts and Co., and Vornado Realty Trust. However, its attempt to restructure the brand failed, which forced Toys R Us to liquidate its U.S. stores less than a year later. Following bankruptcy, True Kids brought Toys R Us brands and intellectual property until the company was later acquired by WHP Global, the current owner. So here is this. This is the press release, and here is an image of Toys R Us flagship store, Tanger, San Marcos, Texas. I am sure the adults lost their ever-loving mind. I'm sure the adults went in there and gave them a huge payday for that, right there. And of course, they want to have Jeffrey the Giraffe star in his own movie in due time. Now, I want to bring up something here, right? If you will indulge me for a minute. Let's see here. Now, as you guys know, Mattel is doing their Mattel Adventure Park in Kansas City, Missouri, and in Arizona, right? But check this out right here. They have, right now, I just want y'all to see this. So in El Segundo, California, we are located on the campus of Mattel's global headquarters. We offer a wide selection of products, weekly specials to ensure we have something for everyone. San Bernardino, California, we are located in Mattel's San Bernardino Distribution Center. We offer a wide selection of imperfect packaging products that are deeply discounted at 50% off. And then Fort Worth, Texas, right here, we offer a wide selection of imperfect packaged products that are deeply discounted at 50% off. Now, these are the only three Mattel stores, right, in the United States, right, in the world, actually. And then you have the Fisher-Price Toy Store located on the Mattel East campus of Western New York. We offer a wide selection of Fisher-Price and Mattel products. So here is the Fisher-Price Toy Store. Now, what makes you think that Mattel may not end up doing what Disney did with the Disney Store, opening up Mattel stores across the country? Now, with that being said, right, as you guys know, we did a whole live about Hasbro and how Hasbro has moved in the theme park world. Here is this here, right? So this comes to us from Yahoo News, courtesy of the Virgin Record. The firm that built the Hasbro Gaming Center sues American Dream for over $500,000. Okay, in bills, in unpaid bills, that is. Right here from Daniel Munez from NorthJersey.com. The company that helped build the game room powered by Hasbro, a gaming and entertainment center at American Dream Mall that features well-known brands like G.I. Joe, Transformers, and My Little Pony, is suing the mall for over $500,000 in allegedly unpaid construction bills. In the 5-count lawsuit filed on September 17th in State Superior Court, Texas-based Facility Solutions Group alleges that American Dream and its developer, Amir Am, were behind a web of lies to avoid liability and payment of $502,327. Facility Solutions Group was originally hired by the now bankrupt KHFEC LLC to furnish and install light fixtures at the game room, the suit says. Attorneys for Facility Solutions Group alleged the company was given the runaround in trying to get its money, including in response to one payment demand letter in which the company was told it had contracted the wrong business, and the other two letters that received no response, the suit says. Facility Solutions Group is seeking the payment as well as attorney's fees, this lawsuit says. Representatives from the mall, Hasbro, and the plaintiffs could not immediately be reached for comment on Thursday, September 18th. Ultimately, the game room opened at American Dream, a 3 million square foot Mega Mall East Rutherford in June this year. So we talked about the game room and how potentially the game room could be Hasbro's family entertainment center. So if you missed what Hasbro has been up to, go to Hasbro Live on this channel. You'll get all the intel. The game room features laser tag and arcade, roller games, and a Candyland shake bar decorated with Hasbro brands such as Dungeons and Dragons, G.I. Joe, Transformers, My Little Pony, and Nerf. All told, the $5 billion Mega Mall, which took 30 years to plan, finance, and construct, features an indoor water park, which is DreamWorks. Water park, an indoor ski and snowboard slope, which is Big Snow, a 300-foot Ferris wheel indoor amusement park, which is Nickelodeon Universe. Nickelodeon Universe is in American Dream Mall, East Rutherford, New Jersey, and it is in Mall of America in Bloomington, Minnesota. And we talked about Nickelodeon here on the channel because there's a new Nickelodeon hotel in Orlando. Now, for those of you like, wait a minute, there was already a Nickelodeon hotel in Orlando. You're correct. That was in partnership with Holiday Inn. That fell through, but there's going to be a new hotel that's going to be in Theme Park Alley. And we found a location that if Nickelodeon and the people that own Nickelodeon Universe, if they built that indoor theme park 30 minutes away and gave vacation, made vacation packages available where you get tickets, right? Or if you stay at the Nickelodeon Hotel, you also get tickets to that, or discount tickets, right? And transportation to and from Nickelodeon Universe, Nickelodeon will be making hand over fist money. So, indoor miniature golf and ice skating, over 200 retail stores and over 50 dining options. Mall sued over decision to stay fully open on Sundays. The Facility Solutions Group suit was just the latest involving American Dream, where construction bills allegedly go unpaid, and mall owners have appealed hundreds of millions of dollars in property tax payments. For instance, in March, a judge in Bergen County ruled in an unusual property tax dispute that the mall is in fact open to the public, and as a result on the hook for $13 million in negotiated property tax payments to East Rutherford. In addition, North New Jersey .com and The Record were the first to report that American Dream was not following the Bergen County blue laws, which prohibit the operation of non-essential retail in the county, ranging from clothing to furniture and appliances. American Dream executives promised for years that the mall will follow the blue laws. This looks like it's from Ice Games right there. So just want to say Ice Games. Shout out to y'all. Paramus, home to 3 shopping malls and many outdoor strip malls, is suing American Dream over its decision to stay open on Sundays in spite of the county's blue laws. The mall has argued that because it sits on state-owned land, it is not bound by blue laws, the same reason that one could buy the Jets or Giant t-shirts at MetLife Stadium, also on state-owned land, but in Bergen County during a Sunday NFL game. The New Jersey Sports Exposure Authority, which owns the Meadowlands Sports Complex on which the mall sits, declined to take a stance whether the mall should be fully open on Sundays and instead opted for the matter to be handled by the courts. So here's the thing that I feel about this, right? Sunday is NFL, right? But also you can do Sunday Fun Day, right? Where you discount, experiences at, DreamWorks Water Park, Big Snow, also to Nickelodeon Universe. And also you can give a dining credit, right? So there's plenty of things you can do. But I bring this up, right? I bring this up because for Toys-R-Us to make a comeback, they have to navigate this very carefully. So I want to bring this up from Target. I know we are, boycotting Target, but there is a huge lesson here. So the Walt Disney Company and Target announced a creative retail collaboration to help bring the magic of Disney to the joy of shopping at Target. So Disney Store shop-and-shop locations launched October at 25 Disney stores nationwide, and also to an all-new Disney digital experience on Target.com, now live at Target.com/Disney Store. Target store to open at Flamingo Crossings Town Center. So here are all the Disney stores here, right? So right here, Disney and Target work closely to co-develop a design experience that will bring the magic of Disney Store to Target guests in new and unique ways while extending the Disney Store footprint. Disney Store at Target locations will be among select places in the U.S. where guests can browse and purchase Disney Store specialty items, specialty merchandise from Disney, Pixar, Marvel, and Star Wars. Disney Store at Target will launch just when the newest assortment of merchandise from Disney's Frozen 2 and Star Wars Rise of Skywalker hit shelves. Additional locations will be added to more Target stores over the next year to expand the Disney Store retail footprint and meet Disney fans where and when they want to shop. Disney Store at Target locations will be a Target-operated branded shop layout with an average of 750 square feet. Right here, guests will be able to browse and shop a variety of Disney Princess, Star Wars, Marvel, Disney Junior characters, classic Disney plush, apparel, home, and holiday-specific products. They'll also be able to collect access collectible merchandise, including the Disney Animators collection with dolls, clothing, and accessories. Items will range in price from $2 to $200, with many items under $20. The Disney Store at Target will offer a welcoming, engaging shopping experience for the entire family, with music and displays for opportunities and seating area where families can relax and watch Disney movie clips and parking events. So, wanted to bring that to your attention there, and I also want to show a picture of this. So here it is right here. So this is, okay, let me do this here. There we go. That's the one before, right there, baby. So here is the Disney Store, right? Inside Target, right? So you have Bullseye right there, and you have, the TVs right here. So what I'm thinking for ToysRUs, in order for them to come back, they will have to do stuff like this. So they will have to have a Disney section. They will have to have a Hasbro section. They will have to have a Mattel section, right? But also, too, toys have evolved. We just talked about labubus, right? So FYE, for your entertainment, they have pop culture stuff. So they got FYE exclusives. They got horror, Friday Nights at Freddy's, Godzilla, Hatsu Miku, Hello Kitty, trading cards, Disney, Kylo Critters, Lilo and Stitch, SpongeBob SquarePants, Care Bears, Strawberry Shortcake, Care Bears, Strawberry Shortcakes, and TikTok Finds, gaming, Fortnite, Nintendo, Minecraft, Poppy, Playtime, Cult of Lamb, anime, Pokemon, One Piece, Demon Slayer, Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, My Hero Academia, Hatsumitsu, Jujutsu Kaisen, Attack on Titan, Hunter, Black Clover, Chainsaw Man, June Until Death Note, Fairy Tail, Sailor Moon. Shout out to Totally Spies as well. Movies, Star Wars, Godzilla, Dungeons and Dragons, Nightmare Before Christmas, Caroline, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Ghostface, Superheroes, DC Comics, Marvel, and Deadpool Wolverine. Then they got toys and collectibles. Squishmallows, Squishables, Palm Pals, Honey Maru, TY, Hello Kitty and Friends, Pushing, Rakuma, exclusive Loki's, U2's, NECA, Meso, Abyss, Trick or Treat Studios, Nido, Boop, Bobster, Fidget Cubes, Funko Pop, Funko, Bit Pop, Funko Holiday, Blind Boxes, Hasbro, Mattel, Lego, Nido, World's Smallest, and War Games. So, have a Lego section, right? Have a trading card section. Then you have apparel, right? Exclusives, Loungefly, Rise Society, Disney, Marvel, DC Comics, horror, anime. Shout out to Thrilljoy as well, right? But you have backpacks, bags of wallets, socks, hats, beanies, belts, and buckles, keychains, men's t-shirts, tank tops, lounge pants, pajamas, hoodies, and sweatshirts, outerwear, underwear, robes, women's t-shirt, tank tops, lounge pants, pajamas, hoodies, sweatshirts, outerwear, underwear, robes, swimmer pants, shorts, and skirts, bras, lingerie should be a part of that. Just saying. And the kids, you got infants, but also there should be kids toys as well. Then you got home and gifts too, right? So exclusive lying, manga books, pop culture, Star Wars, Hello Kitty, Lilo and Stitch, Five Nights at Freddy's, housewares, slides and drinkware, bed and bath pillows, throws and blankets, posters, manga books, books and gifts, candy and snacks, ramen, ramu, international snacks, energy drinks and soda. Of course, you got music, exclusive CD, vinyl, genres, alternative, blues, children, Christian, music, Christmas, classical, comedy, country, dance, easy listening, EDM, electronic dance music, folk, gospel, rap, hip-hop, rap, indie, jazz, K-pop, Latin, metal, genres, miscellaneous, pop, R&B and soul, reggae, rock, singer-songwriter, soundtrack, local, world. Movies, of course, you got exclusive movies, TV, action, adventure, anime, classic, comedy, documentary, drama, movies, horror, kids and families, romance, sci-fi, fantasy, war, western, TV, action, adventure, anime, classics, comedy, drama, horror, kids and family, reality, sci-fi, fantasy. They have tech, earbuds, wired, mix, speakers, desktop and tower, portable, trending, tech, lighting, and turntables. And then, of course, you have GameStop as well, right? So GameStop, as you guys know, they are known for video games, but they also have collectibles and more. So they got board games, clothing, homeware, stuffed animals and plush, Funko, Lego, figures, statues, replica collector boxes, and more. They have trading cards here. They have only at GameStop, digital store, retro gaming, of course, retro video games, retro consoles, found retro store. Let's look at only at GameStop. So they have exclusive stuff only at GameStop, right? And then, of course, you got CandyCon, Atrix, Geeknet, GameStop, Funko, Loungefly, Mod, Retro, Nintendo, Pokemon, Disney, Bandai, and Hasbro. But then, right, how can we forget Five Below, right? Now, they have, switched up, right? Just a little bit, but want to show you this too. So, right? So, of course, they're getting a Halloween right now. Okay, so don't be afraid. But as you can see here, Hello Kitty, Stitch, Peanuts, Wicked, Strawberry Shortcake, Bluey, Nightmare Before Christmas, SpongeBob, Harry Potter, Minecraft, Lego, right? So they got new and now, room, beauty, textile, toys and games, clearance, books, pets, sports, candy, snacks, shop by price, right? So you see that they are part of the pop culture world as well, right? And then Barnes and Nobles, right here, okay? Right here, of course, they're known for their books, but they also have Funko Pop figurines and collectibles. So they got toys and games, right? Stationery and gifts. Of course, guys know they have that, but they also have music and movies. And then, of course, Books A Million, right? Or also known as BAM. Now, these stores range from 4,000 to 30,000 square feet. They sell books, magazine, manga, collectible toys. Give me a moment here. Let me go back. Right here. So check this out right here. So see, they sell books, magazine, manga, collectibles, toys, technology, and gifts. Right there. So they got toys and games, adult collectibles, right? So you see all the fandoms, page to screen, tabletop role playing, featured music, favorites, PopMart. Hang on, let me go back here. PopMart right there. So I know what you're thinking. How does this relate to Toys R Us? Well, Toys R Us is going to have to recognize that they're going to have to not only have shop-in-shop stores, but they're also going to have a throwback section of 90s and 80s toys, right? They're also going to have a PopMart section, right? So, and collectibles section. So they will have to blend the kid inside, all adults and the kids inside these new Toys R Us stores. I think if they do that and also maybe add a e-gaming lounge to some Toys R Us stores, depending on the market, right? Because you also have the R Zone, which R Zone could be a whole Our Zone, Our Zone could be a whole entrepreneur electronic store, which would be a part of Toys R Us, Kids R Us, Babies R Us, and Our Zone R Us or Our Zone stores. Can be a whole new thing. So, with that being said, I'm gonna turn on my camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. But before that, too, Toys R Us can reach out to Universal. Disney, I don't know about, but Six Flags, yes. Now, I'm going off camera now because we've done the whole show for over an hour. Yes, we have. So I just wanted to come on and give you guys this bonus live. Because for one, I definitely wanted to give that update to you all, but also to, I could not just do an update. I had to combine it with something, for you guys to have something meaty on the bone. But yes, indeed, just wanted to do that for you all. Give me one moment. One moment, rather. I'll be right back. Okay, we be Zach. We're back. And also, too, remember that Minecraft has partnered up with Merlin Entertainments, right? To bring Minecraft attractions to the world, right? So Toys R Us could also go about it that way. Also, y'all know Sesame Street Place and Legoland. There could be a Toys R Us land very easily, right? But also Toys R Us could also do a Toys R Us land like PopMart, where it's not really rides and attractions, but it's more interactive experiences and meet and greets and more of a go at your own pace experience. So yes, indeed there. So just wanted to come on and give you guys this show. Like I said, definitely wanted to give you that update, but also to give you maybe a different perspective that maybe you haven't thought about. And, we always are ahead of the culture as always. So with that being said, one love, much love, all love. I feel love, and I'll say it right back to you. Rated Love will be later on today, so stay tuned for that, child. It's just part one. It's a 2-part reunion. Good Lord Jesus. One love, much love, all love. I feel love. It's in the right back to you. Bye, everybody.
I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner. I thought I should tell you they've been talking about you. Yeah, they've been talking about you. They've been talking about the fact that they've done everything they could to stop you and everything they could to block you, but you still win. They've been talking about the fact that they have undermined your success and they have tried to sabotage your seasons, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that even though they don't like each other, they get together to try to kill you, but you keep winning. They've been talking about the fact that you were voted least likely to succeed, but like cream, you keep rising to the top. They've been talking about how they tried to burn your world down, but like the phoenix, you rose from the ashes. They've been talking about you. And you know what they say? Oh, she's just lucky. He's just lucky. But no, you ain't lucky. You're anointed. You got something on you. You got favor on you. You got power on you. You were born to win. Now they can call it luck, but it's grace. They can call it luck, but it's favor. But whatever they call it, it doesn't matter, because you know what God calls you? Do you know what God calls you? A winner.
Good evening. My name is Mark Woodbury. I'm the chairman and CEO of Universal Destinations and Experiences. Well, we're finally here. Tomorrow we begin a new chapter at Universal Orlando Resort as we open Epic Universe. We built this place for you. I want to thank you, our fans, for your love of our stories, characters, and immersive experiences that inspired this incredible place. Epic Universe represents over 8 years of meticulous planning, immense creativity, and innovation, combined with unmatched craftsmanship and operational excellence on the part of thousands of people who have brought to life the stories and characters that live beyond each of Epic's portals. But it represents so much more. Your love of Universal and the deep connections we've shared together here in Orlando over the past 30 years inspired us to dream bigger and to push the boundaries to create something extraordinary for you and for generations of fans and families to come. And tomorrow, as we open Epic Universe, I can't wait for you to experience this place for yourself. Now it's your turn to step inside, to lose yourself, and to share this place with the ones you love most. As we open this park, we hope your world becomes a little more epic. Tomorrow, Epic Universe becomes yours.
Are video games getting too expensive? This episode, we want to find some common ground because the CEOs want to raise the price even more.
Not with these broken ass games.
$5 million. That's how much San Andreas costs to make. Is it their fault for selling or our fault for buying?
Corporations claim all this stuff. Devs say otherwise.
Sports gamers, cozy gamers, whatever you call people who play Power Wash Simulator.
I think it stings a little bit more because I'm spending my actual money and my mom is not. Imagine they get rid of all movie theaters and then charge you the same price to watch the same movie at home.
That's like every streaming service. It doesn't have to be the longest of games, but am I having fun with it? This is Lex. I'm Ronell. Let's get right into it.
Prepare for a journey beyond imagination, beyond belief, beyond anything you've experienced before. Universal Epic Universe, a new theme park where you'll step through extraordinary portals to 5 immersive worlds. Prepare for a cosmic voyage of discovery, an isle of fire-breathing excitement, a shadowy world of monsters and mystery, new wonders in the wizarding world, and a new way to play. Plus the splendor of a magnificent resort hotel overlooking the park. It's all new excitement at Universal Orlando Resort. A week's worth of vacation thrills with 4 amazing theme parks, a variety of spectacular themed hotels, and incredible dining and entertainment. It's all at Universal Orlando Resort, where you'll find new adventures every day. Explore the astonishing worlds of Universal Epic Universe at Universal Orlando Resort.
Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content. Because here's the thing, a good streamer can find other content.
Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all the damn time. Child Relevant over there doing his thing, minding his GD business, staying out of trouble, trying to get the folks some positive stuff to talk about. Besides lying all